Hello, Kidaholic Kids fans and Scrapper Names fans. How are we all? So back with my final project for January, and I thought I'd do another pocket page project for us using the kits. And I am just doing, I thought I'd do one that's a bit of a mix of photos and papers and embellishments and, a bit of half and half, just to sort of show a bit of a mix, I guess. So first up, I'm working on my title card because that's my process for doing things. I always try and work on my title card first. That gives me some direction as to kind of how I'm going and my theme and kind of just my flow. So first up, I'm going to use some of the Cocoa Vanilla words that came in the kits. I think it was the embellishment kit. My memory, I can't remember back that far. Goodness me. One of the embellishment or the main kit, the Cocoa Vanilla Midnight Words came in them. I can't remember which one it was. Whoops. But I decided to call it, to try and make a title using those words because I was trying to use up some of my kit, and I went with the Sweet Moments. And I kind of went with that because of the picture in the middle of the spread here, which is of my daughter, which is the little one, and my stepdaughter at the top walking together on this beautiful sort of florally arch garden way at Cockington Green, which is this touristy place here in Canberra. So I'm going with that, and I decided I wanted to use my bit of gold sequin trim here just to add some extra bling and colour to this title card. There's lots of colour with the florals on it, and I get that, but I wanted some more to it as well. So I thought I'd add in a bit of a, wonky kind of line there, and I use glossy accents to stick down the sequins because I always find that sticks them much better when they're stuck like that. I add this black and white floral piece at the top just to sort of, so it sticks out, just as another little bit of interest at the top. And then I am sticking down my words. Now I popped the word sweet up on some double-sided foam tape just for a bit of dimension on this card, just again for a little bit of interest. There's not much going to go on this embellishment wise, I realised at the time. I thought that anyway. Whoops. No, there's not much that goes on there, so it needed something, I thought, just to draw your attention to that card, just to go, hey, look, I'm the title card, I'm here, this is what's happening. And I could have gone with a title card that would, say, hey, this is what happened on this day, but I knew I'd done, I think, a 12 by 12 spread already as sort of the title page for this, because there's like a million photos I took of this day. So there's actually another couple of spreads that's going to follow this, and I won't film them probably because they're a bit boring, to be truthful. And I was going to do the back of this, but they're so photo heavy that I was just like, they're a little boring, so they'll probably have a few embellishments on them and that will be it. So I'm like, meh, no, I don't think I'll film it. So this one at least was a bit pretty. So I won't film it for you. So that's why it didn't matter what I put as the title card, because the main kind of title was already there in the 12 by 12. I think it was 12 by 12 spread I'd already done. So now what am I doing? I'm still playing with my title card. I think I add a wood veneer here. I am playing with it. I'm adding another pop of bling just to tie in the gold a little bit more. I didn't just want, I add a little gold acrylic heart just because I didn't just want that gold trim there. It just looked a little bit eyeballish. I just thought it needed something to balance out, and I just thought a little pop of gold, just perfect. So that's what I went with. Alright, now I'm going to move around and play a little bit. I'm going to go out a little bit out of sequence as such. I'm using, I think it's the pink paisley, I'm pretty certain it is. the chipboard sticker sheet we get as well, we got this month. I liked this sticker. It said, I think something like follow your own path. Follow your own path or something like that. Or this way down the path or something like that. And I thought, oh, that'll look really good. But the chipboard stickers are actually really quite big, same as this one here. So I left it for the time being. I stuck it on the photo, pulled it back up, and thought I'll come back to that after and figure out how I'm going to put that on this spread because it was too big for the photo. So I move on to this top one, which is the big old house that you sort of walk into, this heritage kind of house that you walk in. It's like your entrance when you walk in. And I always have loved, like I've visited this place a million times now from when I was a kid, visiting in the school holidays, to as an adult now. So I had to take a photo of it. Every time I go there, I'm sure I do. And it is literally where you start from going into Cockington Green. So, you know, that sticker was kind of appropriate. I was a little bit worried it was a bit big, but I was kind of good that it was covering up all these people that were in the photo at the time, but I couldn't crop it out because it sort of took away a little bit that bottom. I mean, that sticker does now, but that's okay. I'm happy with that at least. So that's what I've done there, and then I add a little tag label piece at the top and some little puffy hearts from the Heidi Swap Journal Studio sticker sheet, and done. And I forget to actually go back through and one at a time show you each of the individual like finished pieces or cards or photo. Oops. I do it at the end. I'm sorry I keep yawning. It's a bit late, so I'm sorry. It's been a long work day, very busy work day. So now I'm just playing there. I've just finished off that filler card, and what I did was basically cut a quarter of a doily, stuck it to the back of that I Choose Happiness die cut, put the sticker, the chipboard sticker to the side, and made like a little cluster there as well. And now I'm just going to pop this little chipboard butterfly, and that's done. Nice and easy, lemon squeezy. I'm trying to use up pieces in my kits so there's not a lot left over, which is a little strange, I think, to say as a scrapbooker, because you kind of always caught hoarding stuff, and I almost feel guilty for not hoarding things. But if I hoard it, then I kind of keep looking at stuff and going, oh, I don't really need to buy anything, because I don't have the space to store it. You know, we rent and I don't have a room and I don't have cupboard space, so I don't have anywhere to extend my space out to. And so if I don't use up my stash, then I don't have a way to replace it. So see, there's a method to my madness here. So if I use it all up, then I can have a gap and I can fill it with new stuff. But yes, so I'm trying to make sure that when I get a kit, I'm using majority of it up. Plus, it shows you guys how to use my kits. So, you know, it's always a bonus. You know, a win-win for everyone. I knew I wanted to embellish this photo a little bit because whilst it is a nice photo, some of the background, it's a bit boring. It's a bit dark. So I cover it up a little bit with these chipboard stickers and this word die cut, and yeah, and I go to use this flower. I'm pretty certain that doesn't stay. I'm sure I take that off. Yep. As you can see, this is what I mean by I've used sort of half the papers, pattern papers there to make some cards, and then I'm really using the embellishments up here. And whilst I don't think it's over embellished that it's ridiculous, I think it's a nice balance for me. This is sort of my style for Project Life. It's nicely embellished without going stupidly over the top. You know, I'm using up my stash my kit really well here. This card had me a bit stumped actually. I used this pattern paper to tie in a little bit of the black and white of the title, and the floral that was going through the other two cards. But then when it came to embellishing it, I actually struggled because there was no colour on it. So I was like, how do I contrast this? Like, what do I do here? So I did actually I really did struggle a little bit what to put on here. So it is embellished, and because of the large flower picture in the background, I didn't know whether or not to cover it up, and then I thought, do I colour it a little bit and add some colour, or what do I do? So I did some littler kind of embellishments there with that word, just so it wasn't over the top. So there was some subtle colour on it, but still so you could see a glint of what was in the background, if that makes any sense. But that was my thought process there. So it may not make sense, I can't guarantee that it does, but that was what I thought. Because I don't always use black and white, to be truthful. If I do, it is really on a bigger scale with black and white, with more colour to it. So I might need to challenge myself and do a really monotone black and white kind of layout and just see how I go with it, because it's not something I do. So moving on to the next photo, and I'm just journaling on it, and I think I add a couple of little acrylic pieces here just for some cute little blingy bits and some interest on this piece. And this Project Life spread was really quick. Realistically, it took me maybe half an hour-ish, and that's maybe just with a bit of fluffing around, gluing and fighting with glue, possibly fighting with my computer to do YouTube, but that might be it. And being a bit indecisive as to how to use my embellishments cleverly. It's not even a word. Creatively, that's a better way. But yeah, so I think I add a little spot of journaling here using our exclusive little labels, and same with the photo there at the bottom on the left, my left, looking at the screen. I added these little acorns from the chipboard sticker sheet because I was like, when am I ever going to use little acorns again? So I thought, perfect, in a little rainbow village, fairy village. Why not? Got to make use of it. So that is it for my spread. I am literally giving you some close-ups right now of each of the photos or cards. And then there's some still shots at the end as well. So I hope you've enjoyed my Project Life spread and my final project for January. I will be back very soon with our new kits. Stay tuned on my channel for a February unboxing of the new kits. Can't wait to see what they're going to have out. And I'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time. Bye.